Hello, children. Welcome back once again. I'm back with a new chapter from your book, Footprints Without Feet. The name of the chapter is A Question of Trust, written by Victor Canning. Victor Canning, the author of the chapter, was born in United Kingdom. He wrote novels and thrillers. He was born in 1911 and died on 21st February 1986. As I said, he wrote about thrillers. So this story is also a thriller, and I'm sure you will like this story also. This is your chapter in the book, but a very interesting story for you all. Now the chapter is footprints without, sorry, the chapter is a question of trust. Before the story starts, it says, it is written here that it is said that you must set a thief to catch a thief. It means that एक चोर को पकड़ने के लिए चोर का ही दिमाग चाहिए. This is what the author has said. But it is also said that there is honor among thieves, which saying that does this story illustrate. Now, before I start explaining, I'll tell you one thing. Do you know the difference in the narrator and the author? Author is the person who writes an article, a story, anything. And narrator is the person who narrates the entire incident. जैसे इस स्टोरी में narrator है the author himself. Author himself is the narrator. He has explained everything to us. And a narrator can be a thief, a narrator can be a doctor, a narrator can be a small boy. So a narrator can be anyone, right? In this story, the author himself is the narrator. Now the story revolves around a thief. The thief is the main character in this story. The name of the thief is Horace Denby, and he was a very smart thief. He was an experienced thief, and one day he went to a house to steal the things. And as we know that he was an expert, before going to that house, he had studied deeply about that house. कि उस घर की कैसी सेटिंग है, उस घर के लोग कहाँ रहते हैं, उस घर के लोग कब बाहर जाते हैं. So he had a deep study about that house, and on that particular day when he went to that house, he had read about everything. कि घर के जो लोग हैं सब बाहर गए हुए हैं, and only two thieves are there, and they have also gone to a movie. So in the meantime, he wanted to go and steal the articles from them, from their house. But it so happens then when he was stealing, somebody was there in the house and comes and starts talking to him from behind. तो वो बहुत आश्चर्य होती है उसको कि पीछे से कौन बात कर रहा है. When he turned back, he saw that a very beautiful lady dressed in red colored uniform. She was standing there behind him. Then he started talking. सबसे पहले तो उसको लगता है कि मैं भाग जाऊं यहाँ से, लेकिन वो लेडी कहती है कि तुम तो पकड़े गए हो, मैं तुमको पुलिस में दे दूंगी. And he was very much scared of going to jail. Once he had gone in his life, so he said that he was very much scared of going to jail. और उसके बाद उसको कहता है, वो कहती है कि ठीक है तुम्हें एक काम करना पड़ेगा, मैं जो बोलूँगी. और इस तरह से वो उस घर के जो लॉकर से बहुत सारे ज्वेलरी थे वो सब उस होरेस डेनबी से निकलवा लेती है. एंड द होरेस डेनबी passes everything to him after stealing. He breaks the safe and he hands it over to her. And then what happens, that I'll tell you at the end of the story. Let's come to the story. Now I'll start explaining to you. Everyone thought that Horace Denby was a good, honest citizen. The author says that everybody had the idea that Horace Denby was a good, honest citizen. He was about 50 years old and unmarried, and he lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. Horace Denby was a person who was honest, according to the author. People thought that he is an honest person. He was unmarried, although he was 50 years old, and he had a housekeeper. घर में कोई उसकी देखभाल करने के लिए रहता था, who was always worried about his health. He was worried about his health because he had the problem of hay fever, right? So he made he usually well, and in fact he was usually very well and happy except for attacks of hay fever. अब एक hay fever थी उसको जो प्रॉब्लम थी, इस वजह से उसका हाउसकीपर जो है वो उससे he always took care of him and he was worried about that. Hay fever is a disorder affecting the nose and throat caused by allergy to pollen or dust. This is an allergic disease, and in this disease, people have the problem of sneezing and coughing, and this is the allergy of dust. So he had this disease, and for this purpose his housekeeper was always worried about his health. Now his profession was to make locks. He made locks and was successful enough at his business to have two helpers. It shows that he was good in his business because he had two helpers also, right? So he made locks, he was locksmith, he had the profession of making locks and was successful enough at his business because he had two people as his helping hand. So, yes, Horace Denby was good and respectable, but not completely honest. Now, let us see this statement the author is repeatedly saying. Horace Denby was good and respectable because in the society nobody knew that he was a thief because he always ordered for the book. Now, what happens? He had the hobby of reading books. For that purpose, he stole the house. He did this work of theft. वो चोरी करता था क्योंकि उसे बुक का बहुत शौक था, राइट? तो वो बुक्स खरीदता था और बुक खरीदता नहीं था, वो ऑर्डर देके मंगवाता था एजेंट से, ताकि लोगों को पता न चले इतनी एक्सपेंसिव बुक्स ये ताला चाबी बनाकर कहाँ से खरीदता है, राइट? So he was respectable in the society. One more way was there for his honor, for his being honest, was that he never stole poor people's house. कभी वो गरीबों के घर में चोरी नहीं करता था. Another thing that shows us in his character that he was honest was the point that he used to steal only one house. He used to burgle only one house in a year. एक साल में वो सिर्फ एक घर में चोरी करता था, जिससे इतना अमाउंट उसके पास आ जाता था that he could spend on the expensive books. Now let's see in the next paragraph. 15 years ago, Horace had served his first and only sentence in a prison library. It means that once he was caught stealing, एक बार वो चोरी करते हुए पकड़ा गया था, and he had gone to jail. So he worked there in the jail in the library because he was very fond of expensive books, as we are going to read it. He loved rare expensive books. उसको books पढ़ना बहुत पसंद था, and he used to have expensive books which he could not afford by the profession of locksmith, making locks and keys. He could not spend that amount on the books. So he robbed a safe every year. Every year he used to steal. He used to go to one house, some rich house, and collected the ornament, jewelry, whatever was there, and then he could sell it in the market. Each year he planned carefully just what he would do, stole enough to last for 12 months, and secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. He purchased the book through an agent. He did not go himself to market because maybe people will suspect him that he is a thief. Now, walking in the bright July sunshine, he felt sure that this year's robbery was going to be as successful as all the others. Now he was ready for another house where he will go and rob the house. Now, for 2 weeks, he had been studying the house at Shotover Grange, looking at its rooms, its electric wiring, its path, and its garden. Now, he studied of this house that was Shotover Grange. उस हाउस को उसने बहुत बारीकी से पढ़ाई की उस घर के बारे में. What was the path? How was the entrance? Where were the doors? How could it open? Where was the safe? Where was the locker? Everything is studied very minutely. Now, this afternoon, he was ready to rob the house. He had to go for stealing. This afternoon, the two servants who remained in the Grange while the family was in London had gone to the movies. Now, he had very minutely studied the entire house and the activities of the people in the house. This also he did. Now, he had studied, he came to know that the people of the house were in London and two servants were there in the house. They had to go to movie. So he planned that he will definitely get 4 hours gap and he can finish his robbing, he can finish his stealing work during that period. So Horace saw them go and he felt happy in spite of a little tickle of hay fever in his nose. His nose had started tickling. नाक में उसको खुजली होने लग गई थी जैसे कि वो sneezing और coughing होती थी. So it had started. It was troubling him today afternoon when he was going for robbery, but still he wanted to continue. He came out from behind the garden wall, his tools carefully packed in a bag on his back. What were the tools in his bag? Can you guess? So his instruments. his apparatus that he would use for opening the lock and the safe locker, right? So he packed everything in his bag very well, and he took that way. There were about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the grain safe. अब उसको कैसे पता कि there are 15,000 pounds of jewelry in the safe? All he had studied, as he says in the further lines, that it was published in some magazine. Some person had taken the interview of the person from the house, and it was printed in the magazine. So he read it very minutely, and he could know everything about the house. Now, if he sold them one by one, he expected to get at least 5,000, enough to make him happy for another year. Now, what was his plan? He planned that 15,000 की ज्वेलरी जो है वो उसके लिए काफ़ी होगी. He will spend throughout the year, this year, and he will buy the books. There were three very interesting books coming up for sale in the autumn. He was ready to buy the book which was being published in the autumn season. So he wanted money. Now he would get the money, he wanted to buy them because he was here for the robbery, and he would get the money and buy the books. He had seen the housekeeper hang the key to the kitchen door on a hook outside. There was a hook in which the kitchen, in front of the kitchen door, there was a hook where the housekeeper every day hung the keys. हर रोज वो की को वहां पे टांग देता था. He put on a pair of gloves, took the key and opened the door. He was always careful not to leave any fingerprints. So to save himself, he every day, always whenever he went for robbery, he put on his gloves so that there is no fingerprints left. Now there was a small dog also in the house, and he knew the technique how to behave with the dog. He was sure that he will be very friendly with the dog. A small dog was lying in the kitchen. It stirred, made a noise, and moved its tail in a friendly way. वो friendly कैसे हो गया एक चोर के? Let us see. He had studied about the dogs also. होरेस ने बहुत स्टडी की थी, तो उसके बाद उसको ये पता लगा था कि डॉग को जब हम उसके नाम से बुलाते हैं तो it becomes friendly. And he had also brought something for eating, and he also loved the dog. So he was sure that dog will not be a problem for him while robbery. All right, Sherry, Horace said as he passed. All you had to do to keep dogs quiet was to call them by their right names and show them love. So this technique, he knew that he called the dog by the name, and he also showed them love, and he was very sure that dog will not be a trouble for him. The safe was in the drawing room behind a rather poor painting. Now he knew where was the safe. Locker kahan tha? It was not simply in the almirah that we have usually in our houses. It was set in the wall, and behind a painting it was there, the hole in the wall, and in that hole was the safe locker जिसमें सारी ज्वेलरी रखी हुई थी. So now what he did, it was behind the painting. Now he was also attracted by the picture and the painting, but he thought it is better to take the books, purchase books, because in his small house he could keep the books better than the painting. The safe was in the drawing room behind a rather poor painting. Horace wondered for a moment whether he should collect pictures instead of books. उसको लगा कि मैं pictures ले लूं या books लूं. But book was better for his small house. But they took up too much room. वो बहुत बड़ी जगह लेती है paintings जो है, तो इसीलिए उसने सोचा कि नहीं, I'll buy books for my house. In a small house, books were better. Means he had a small house as he was a locksmith and a thief. His second job was of thief also. So he thought that books were better. There was a great bowl of flowers on the table, and Horace felt his nose tickle. Now his nose, his hay fever started troubling him. Now flower was there. He was allergic to some flower fragrance also. फूल की खुशबू से भी थोड़ी allergy थी. And at the same time, maybe it was dusty also. Dust भी पड़े हुए थे, which was troubling, which was maybe a trouble for him. He gave a little sneeze matlab cheekna. He gave a sneeze and then put down his bag. He carefully arranged his tools. He had 4 hours before the servants returned. He was free that he is going to have 4 hours before the servants will come back. So he started operating. He started to open the lock of the locker. So he took out his tools. अपने tools को बाहर निकालता है और उससे फिर वो अपना काम करने लगता है to open the locks. I hope student that you all are understanding it well. Now, the safe was not going to be hard to open because he is an expert. We all know that he is an expert in opening the locks. After all, he had lived with locks and safes all his life. He was 50 years old and he was in this profession. So he was an expert in opening a lock. The burglar alarm was poorly built. He went into the hall to cut its wire. Burglar alarm जो होती है जो किसी के आने पे बज जाती है strangers के आने पे. So he says that it was very poorly built. So he went and cut the wire connection. There was no connection of electricity. So he went and cut it. He came back and sneezed loudly as the smell of the flowers came to him again. Now he was allergic to this flower's fragrance. So he started sneezing, right? How foolish people are. Now he was thinking, this is his thought that we are going to read. How foolish people are when they own valuable things. Horace thought. Horace को लगा कि लोग कितने बेवकूफ होते हैं. How foolish they are that in a magazine article had described this house, giving a plan of all the rooms and a picture of this room. The writer had even mentioned that the painting hid a safe. अब वो कह रहा है कि लोग कितने बेवकूफ होते हैं. A magazine had described everything. Every small little description of the house was given in the magazine. So he thought that how can people be so foolish that every detail of the house is given and printed in the magazine. Everybody will leave it, will read it. So how difficult, how foolish it was that anybody can come and attack the house. Right now, the writer had even mentioned that the painting hid a safe. Even the locker description was given कि सेफ कहाँ पे है घर का जिसमें सारी ज्वेलरी रखी हुई है. Anyways, but however, but Horace found that the flowers were hindering him. Hinderings मतलब रुकावट डाल रही थी. जो flower की fragrance थी वो उसको रुकावट डाल रही थी उसके काम में, because he was sneezing. He had the problem of hay fever. He had the disease of hay fever. So it was an obstacle in his work. He buried his face in his handkerchief because the smell was there, fragrance was there. फूल की खुशबू जो है वो फैल रही थी और इससे उसको बार बार स्नीजिंग हो रहा था, खांसी छींक आ रही थी. So he hid his nose in he buried his face in the handkerchief. Then he heard a voice say from the doorway. Now there comes the climax in the story. What he says, what is it? A cold or hay fever? Now he heard a voice say from the doorway. Up, there was nobody in the house. He was alone in the house. The masters of the house had gone to London, and their servants had gone to a movie. Now, who is there in the room? When he heard the sound, he was not worried. He simply gave the answer. But suddenly it struck his mind that who is there in the house? I'm alone here. Now, what he does, let us see. Then he heard a voice say from the doorway, what is it? A cold or hay fever? नाउ द साउंड आस्ट, पीछे से जो आवाज आई उसने पूछा कि कोल्ड है या हे फीवर है. तो उसने इमीडिएट जवाब दिया हे फीवर. बट देन ही वाज सरप्राइज्ड कि हमारे पीछे है कौन, ये कौन बात कर रहा है. बिफोर ही कुड थिंक, Horace said hay fever and found himself sneezing again. The voice went on. Now the voice, whoever was speaking, was speaking again. Said that you can cure it with a special treatment. If you find out just what plant gives you the disease, I think you'd better see a doctor. If you are serious about your work, I heard you from the top of your house just now. She said that I heard you sneezing. So it's better you go and get the treatment by a doctor. Don't let it continue, this disease. So she was concerned about his disease also. उसकी बीमारी के लिए वो पहले पूछताछ करती है. Now let us see what happens. It was a quite kindly voice, but one with firmness in it. It was the voice of a lady, and it had a kind voice, but with firmness. Firmness means strictness. Tough सा एक firm आवाज थी उसकी. A woman was standing in the doorway and Sherry was rubbing against her. Ab dekho, she was also the owner, as the author has said. So the dog was very close to her and she was rubbing the dog. She was young, quite pretty, and was dressed in red. She walked to the fireplace and straightened the ornaments there. Now she was a very pretty lady and she was dressed in red color. She walked to the fireplace. Fireplace एक आग की अंगीठी जो कमरे में जलती है कोने में, वो वाला fireplace था, और वहां जाकर वो अपने ornaments को सीधे करती है जो भी वो पहन रखी थी. She was a smart young looking lady. Down Sherry. Now who is the Sherry? Sherry is the dog. She was talking in a friendly manner to Sherry also. Anyone would think I had been away for a month. She smiled at Horace and went on. However, I came back just in time, though I did not expect to meet a burglar. She said that everybody thought that I have gone for 1 month, कि मैं 1 महीने के लिए बाहर गई हूँ, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है. ये अच्छा हुआ कि मैं टाइम पे आ गई. अदरवाइज माई हाउस वॉज बर्गर्ड इफ आई वॉज नॉट ऑन टाइम. अगर मैं टाइम से नहीं आती तो मेरे घर में तो चोरी हो गई होती. Horace had some hope because he seemed to be amused at meeting him. He might avoid trouble if he treated her the right way. He replied, I did not expect to meet one of the family. He was also surprised. Horace was very surprised that how is he going to tackle the situation. But he wanted to avoid, but he thought that if I don't treat her in the right way, तो मुझे तो भागने का भी रास्ता नहीं मिलेगा अगर मैं इससे अच्छे से बात ना करूँ तो वो कहता है कि I did not expect to meet of the family. तो वो भी बहुत पोलाइटली डिसेंटली उससे बात करता है, कहता है कि हाँ मुझे भी नहीं पता था कि मैं किसी फैमिली मेंबर से मिलूंगा. शी नॉडेड मतलब हामी में सिर हिलाना, सिर हिला के जब हम हाँ करते हैं दैट इज नॉडिंग. सो शी नॉडेड. I see what an inconvenience. Inconvenience is uneasy. Inconvenience is asubidha. So she said that I see what an inconvenience it is for you to meet me. What are you going to do? She said that yes, I know how uneasy it is for you. Now you tell me, what are you going to do? Now Horace very technically said that my first thought was to run. कहता है होरेस कि सबसे पहले तो मेरा आइडिया है कि मैं यहाँ से भाग जाऊं. Of course, you could do that. Now the lady said, but I would telephone the police and tell them all about you. You would get they would get you at once. वो कहती है कि yes, you cannot run because I will make a call to police and they would come and catch you. तो वो कहता है कि this you cannot do because I have cut the wires of the phone. Now this is the picture in the room they were. Horace said, I would, of course, cut the telephone wires first and then. He said that, yes, I have cut the telephone wire. You cannot contact the police. He hesitated, a smile on his face. I would make sure that you could do nothing for some time. A few hours would be enough. He said that I had the plan of doing something in this house, and few hours I had in my mind, in my hand. So I wanted to utilize those few hours. She looked at him seriously. Now she was serious. What she said, you would hurt me. कहता है कि क्या तुम मुझे मारोगे. Now this was also an honest part of this thief because he did not attack that lady. If he wanted, he would have attacked the lady and would have run away from there. But he did not that. This is also the honest part that we had discussion at the beginning. Now she looked at him seriously. You would hurt me. Horace paused and then said, I think I was trying to frighten you when I said that. He said that, no, I was trying to frighten you. I had no planning of hurting you or attacking you, but I tried to frighten you. Frighten मतलब डराना. मैं आपको डराना चाहता था. Then she said that you did not frighten me. तुमसे मुझे कोई डर नहीं लगा जो तुमने बात की. I was not at all scared of you. I was not at all frightened of you. Horace suggested, it would be nice if you would forget you ever saw me. Let me go. Horace कहता है कि आप हमेशा के लिए भूल जाओ कि मैं यहाँ पे था और मुझे जाने दो. You just forget that I was here in the house. You please let me go. Then the voice was suddenly sharp and strong. Now she wanted whatever she wanted, she was ready to say. Why should I tell you to go? मैं तुम्हें यहाँ से जाने क्यों दूँ? You were going to rob me. If I let you go, you will only rob someone else. Society must be protected from men like you. She said that, why should I leave you? If I leave you to go, if I let you to go, you will go and rob some other house. तुमको अगर मैं छोड़ दूं तो तुम दूसरे हाउस में जाके किसी भी घर में जाकर फिर चोरी करोगे. And that will be a damage for the society. That will be a curse for the society. So I cannot leave you and I have to protect the society from these kind of people. Now Horace smiled. I'm not a man who threatens society. I steal only from those who have a lot of money. I steal for a very good reason, and I hate the thought of prison. He said that I am not a threat for the society. मैं society के लिए कोई threat नहीं हूँ. I only steal from the rich people who have a lot of money, and at the same time, I steal for a good reason. I have a hobby of reading books, and I steal for that reason only. And not only that, moreover, most importantly, I hate going to prison. So, in a way, he was requesting to the lady with a smile that you please leave me. I don't want to go to jail. She laughed and he begged, thinking that he had persuaded her. Now she was happy that she had persuaded that man. Persuade मतलब राजी करना, किसी तरह से किसी को किसी बात के लिए मना लेना. Now she was happy that he had she laughed and he begged, thinking that he had persuaded her. उसको लगा कि मैंने इस लेडी को मना लिया है. Now the lady will tell whatever she had in her mind. Look, I have no right to ask you for anything, but I am desperate. Desperate मतलब परेशान हूँ मैं. She says that I don't have any right. मुझे तुमसे कुछ मांगना नहीं चाहिए. But I am desperate. I am in trouble. So I want a favor from you. Let me go, and I promise never to do this kind of thing again. I really mean it. Now, this is the statement of the thief. I'm sorry, right? So he said that I have no right to take any favor from you, but I am very desperate. I'm in trouble. You please let me go, and I will never rob any house. I promise I will never go for robbing any house. I really mean it. So he gave a promise that I will never do this thing of robbing. मैं अब चोरी कभी नहीं करूंगा, आप मुझे प्लीज जाने दो. She was silent, watching him closely. Then she said, "You are really afraid of going to prison, aren't you?" Now she asked कि तुम्हें सच में जेल जाने से डर लगता है? तो वो कहता है, she came over to him shaking her head. I have always liked the wrong kind of people. She said that, अच्छा तुम्हें जेल जाने से डर लगता है? चलो मुझे भी जिंदगी में गलत लोगों से मिलना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Now what she did, she picked up a silver box from the table and took a cigarette from it. Now she took a cigarette from it and she wanted to drink it before she wanted to smoke it. And before that, what happened? This Horace Denby removed his gloves and took out a lighter and offered to her. She might help him. Horace, eager to please her, उसको खुश करने के चक्कर में उसने जल्दी से अपना ग्लव्स उतारा और अपना लाइटर उसको ऑफर किया सिगरेट जलाने के लिए. Now he is bare-handed. There is nothing, no cover on his fingers, so there will be finger prints everywhere. Just mark this point. Horace, eager to please her and seeing that she might help him, took off his gloves and gave her the cigarette lighter. You will let me go? He held the lighter towards her. अब उसके पास ले जाकर लाइटर कहता है कि आप मुझे जाने दोगे? Yes, but only if you will do something for me. Anything you say. Before we left for London, now the lady said that I want, before going to London, you will have to help me. She said that you please do a favor to me and then I'll let you go. And she said that before we left for London, I left all my jewelry and I had to go to, I had no time to go to bank and take the jewelry. So before we left for London, I promised my husband to take my jewels to our bank, but I left them here in the safe. हम बैंक में नहीं रख पाए थे जाने से पहले. So I want those jewelry out for me. I want to wear them to a party tonight. So I came down to get them. कहती है कि मैं नीचे आई हूँ वही ज्वेलरी निकालने के लिए जब मैंने तुमको देखा. You have forgotten the numbers to open the safe, haven't you? वो कहता है कि शायद आप नंबर का सेफ का नंबर भूल गए हो. You have forgotten the number of the locker. Okay, I'll help you. Yes, replied the young lady. Just leave it to me and you will have them within an hour. He said that you will get the jewelry within an hour. You give me 1 hour time and I will break the safe and take it out. But I'll have to break the safe. कहता है कि safe तो तोड़ना पड़ेगा. Don't worry, my husband will be back after a month and I will have the safe mended for you. Mended means repaired. तो कहता है कि कहती है कि 1 महीने बाद मेरे हस्बैंड आएंगे. In the meantime, मैं सेफ को ठीक बनवा लूंगी. And within an hour, Horace had opened the safe, given the jewels, and gone happily. Now, उसने 1 घंटे में पूरी कोशिश से सेफ को तोड़ा. He broke the safe and handed over the entire jewelry and gone happily. What gone? He ran away from there in a way because his life was in trouble. He was thinking that maybe she caused the police and he will be caught. For 2 days, he kept his promise to the kind young lady. He had promised that now he will not go for any robbery. Do you remember? So for 2 days, it was in his mind that he will not do the robbery anymore. But on the morning of the third day, however, he thought of the books he wanted and he knew he would have to look for another safe. Now, again, his body started getting the sensation of one more robbery. So he started planning for it. But he never got the chance to begin his plan. By noon, a policeman had arrested him for the jewel robbery at Shotover Grange. Now he was arrested by the police for stealing, for robbery in Shotover Grange. Now, do you know what happened? That lady was herself a thief, and a bigger thief than this, Horace Denby. His fingerprints for he had opened the safe without gloves were all over the room, and no one believed him when he said that the wife of the owner of the house had asked him to open the safe for him. जब उसने बोला, when he said that the owner herself wanted me to break the safe, nobody believed him because she was not the owner of the house. The wife herself, a gray haired, sharp tongued woman of 60, the owner was a 60-year-old woman who was standing with the police and he was arrested. And whatever story Horace Denby said, everybody knew that it was a false story क्योंकि वो तो owner थी ही नहीं घर की. She was a senior thief than him. She was a bigger robber than Horace Denby. Said that the story was a nonsense. The owner was a sharp-tongued woman, gray-haired, 60 years. She said that this is all a nonsense. I am the owner of the house, and how can any other person be the owner of the house? So this is a thief and he is lying. This is all story and nonsense. Now Horace is once again caught by the police and he was sent to prison. Horace is now the assistant librarian in the prison. He often thinks of the charming, clever young lady who was in the same profession as he was and who tricked him. He was tricked. He was befooled by another thief. He gets very angry when anyone talks about honor among thieves. He never believed in this statement, honor among thieves, because he was already made fool by another thief. So there was no honor in his profession. He was very angry by now. Now, with this, we come to the end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood it well. If you have any doubt, please do write me in the comment box. I'll be waiting for your response. See you soon. Bye bye.